Hello, welcome back. Well, we finally got an ending. As surprising as it was. If for some, yeah. Well, I mean, at least we got us a new menu option to look at the. I'd say look at the deaths, but it wasn't really something that was it doesn't explain in any more detail. It's just apparently a new deck of cards, which I find is an interesting theme. So we started back from the start, and we talked with Pig and Horse. We saw Horse smile, as impossible as that sounds, and now we're the second option of the groups was to talk to Tiger, Bunny, and Rooster. Hopefully, so that we aren't murdered by a certain someone again, and to bond with the other two options. And with further ado, I gotta be honest here, Bunny. It feels like you're not vibing with my hazing theory. Do you have a problem with it? No, not at all. You know what? It's great. You could totally be right. No, you couldn't. Mouse. Bunny, don't humour them. I've been listening for long, but even with what little I heard, I can tell this theory is ridiculous. It's not very open-minded of you. Right. Okay, then. Tiger, how long is it going to take you to realise this is a serious issue? You have to get real. I am real. That is true. Really certain that there's no way this is an actual kidnapping. Really? But in a literal sense, it really is. Literal schmitteral. Really? What I'm saying is, whatever you think is happening, it's not. Do you really think that some dangerous organization would take the time to kidnap a bunch of random strangers and put them in animal masks? Throw them into throw them in a school and go around call themselves something stupid like the Jade Emperor? That's insane. It's got to be a better explanation for it. And maybe I haven't found that better explanation yet, but there's got to be one. Although it would be quite cool if it was a dangerous organization. Then it really would be like a real-life version of one of my action movies. Exactly. You see, Rooster gets it. Yeah, if Rooster's agreeing with you, that doesn't really say much. I admit it says something, just not much. Because Rooster has some sense of logic, if he can find a trinket. Are you sure? Because what he just said sounds pretty different from what you said. We're just having fun here, Mouse. No need to get too worked up. Okay, thank you for calming everyone down, Bunny, but again, as soon as you die, things are gonna go crazy, because there's nice, egotistically nice, and necessity nice. Tiger apparently is necessity nice, Rooster is egotistical nice, and Bunny is regular nice, until we find reason to change this statement. How to respond? You're right, no need to worry about it. You're wrong, you guys need to take this more seriously. You gotta be serious on this situation. We were all attacked, regardless of what the reason was. Look, I'm normally all down for goofs and gags and aplenty. I'm gonna call down on that. Rooster, every word you say does not benefit you. Just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna do anything to you, but it's definitely gonna lower my opinion. We're in a serious situation, and we need to get real. We are real. And you are really a pain in the behind, so why not? So why don't you skedaddle, you Pepto Sugar? Pepto what? No need to get hostile, everyone. No, Rooster's right. Okay. I was just leaving. Fine. Rooster's Rooster's fighting me then. Okay, I see where this next storyline's going. With that, I walked away from the group. They'd be absolutely no help. Better focus on connecting with people who could be useful. However, before I could actually talk to anyone else, the announcement was played with the speakers. Attention, I believe this is the same text as before. I wonder if anything new. Hold on, check the settings. No, see? Okay, so we should be able to just skip this through. Okay, cool, let's check. Okay, we continue just as normal. Okay. I just hope we're not missing anything, because otherwise we're skipping a lot of information. So I'm hoping the skip is working as normal. Okay. We bonded, right? Horse and sheep have been together the entire time, so you know, I'm sticking with those two. I decided that I already talked with Ox quite a bit, and then when I woke up, and it would be best to branch out. Actually, I'll help Horse and Sheep with their search. I think checking out the training room seems like a good idea. It'd be good if you came with us, right, Horse? He doesn't care. Couldn't hurt. Okay, be quiet, you big softy. Doesn't sound like he's thrilled to have me. Don't worry about him. I'm happy to have you. Thank you, Sheep. Well, I'm glad. Then I'm glad to come along. Fine, Mouse, you go with them. Now we can quit talking about searching and just start searching. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend a look around. Everybody remember to put, yeah, okay. I'm going to skip and see if it automatically ends. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to be more careful, I guess. Nope, this is new. I didn't mind. Got it. New path. And with that, we all spread out and began our search. The workout room Horse told us about wasn't far from the cafeteria, so it didn't take us long to get to it. This seems like a lot of equipment for a school. Then again, like, well, not necessarily the amount of equipment for the amount of people, but the amount of equipment for the age range of the people there, I guess. We just had to walk down a hallway and take a turn, and we were there. So this is where we're going to look first. Is it a dumb idea? No, it's not. If it was a dumb idea, I wouldn't have decided to help you guys look here. I think it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to hide weird items for your demented death game, you'd almost hide them in memorable places, right? And this place looks pretty memorable. My thoughts exactly. But man, for a school workout room, this place looks pretty high-end. There's a bunch of weights, spikes, treadmills, and it's just a rock wall. And is that a rock wall over there? And this isn't even the gym. This is just a room to work out. Incredible. My school never had anything like this. Well, I think most don't. It seems like the location for the Jade Emperor's race is pretty fancy. It's a good investment, though. A good training environment is a big part of getting in shape. I wish I could work out in a place like this. Well, what's stopping you? I'd like to get stronger. Okay. I don't know. It is a fair point. So why don't you? I'm assuming circumstances of your switching jobs and such. I guess I'm just too busy. I feel like I'm always having something to do. I just can't set aside the time to regularly do something without much immediate benefit, you know? That makes sense. A big part of why I'm in rubbish shape is simply because I've been too busy with life. And again, I don't really have a strong desire to get fit anyways. I don't see the need. What? Oh, he looks so concerned, like I think a horse is quickly rising to a favourite of mine. How is there no need to be strong? I don't know, how often is there a situation where you need to be strong? Quite a lot. What would you do if someone stuck a knife out at you and tried to mug you? I'd probably give them my money and hope I wasn't mugged again. See? Okay, but being mugged is pretty unlikely, thinks that. We've currently been kidnapped, Mouse. I think this kind of proves Horse's point. But there's a chance. There's always a chance. With that logic, there's an advantage to not being strong. When is it better to be weak than it is to be strong? Let's see. I bet since you're so strong, all your friends call you when they need help moving furniture and stuff. That's gotta be super inconvenient, right? What is the drawback of being able to help my friends when they need to be able to move things? I think Mouse would have been better to say, what if you were targeted in this game for your physical strength, so therefore if it came onto a one-on-one fight, the enemy would have an upper hand over you. It would keep the weaker person alive longer, yes, which is probably more cowardice to say. But like, if they're smart like Snake, then I guess they would be fine with it because they can think of another way out of it. Whereas if I apologies to Sheep, but if they were like Sheep, they would just panic and probably die, or panic and fight back in the most violent way possible. Okay, maybe a bad example. Yeah, it was. But you spend your time getting into shape could be spent on other good things. What if you researched a cure for cancer for all the time you've got spent working out? You could have found a cure to cancer. Well, I mean, he did say earlier he wasn't that smart, but I get the point that Mouse is going for. I could not find the cure to cancer. You never know until you try. I'm reasonably certain I could not find the cure to cancer. Not to interrupt, but I feel like we might have gotten off track. You're right, Sheep. We need to start looking for the minor trinkets. Yeah, I like these two. I feel like Sheep's too reliant on Horse, so Horse will probably die in one of these endings, and Sheep will have to get development in some way. Which is sad, because so far Horse has been a reasonably nice and caring person, despite not showing it externally. Yes. We went to look around the workout room for any sign of something being hidden. Sheep and Horse didn't make the most talkative partners. I think Horse prefers that, and I think Sheep understands that. But that was fine with me. The top priority was finding the trinkets. We spent plenty of time inspecting every corner of the room. After some time, I noticed Sheep trying to climb a rock wall. I didn't think much about it, but a few moments later, she called us over. Look what I found on top of the rock wall. Oh, another safe, yes. She pointed out another safe. Great work. Does it have anything to do with the race? I mean, probably. Why else would there be a cheap safe at the top of the rock wall? What does it say on top of the safe? Work out. What could that mean? It's just giving good advice. See, and he's smiling about it. More importantly, we need to get the safe open. It's a 4-digit code a combination. Horse picked up the safe with a certain and started examining it. This is shoddily made. But if I use the right weight, I could pry it open after repeatedly striking it at the right angle. See, he's smart. He's using his construction working brain, I'm assuming. He's finding the weak points in the make of the safe. I don't know if that logic holds out, because it's a construction worker and a safe cracker or a safe engineer. Either way, they're two different professions, I would say. And maybe we could use this as some sort of last resort. It doesn't look like there's a limit to the number of guesses we can put in. Good. There are 10,000 possible combinations to that safe. Assuming that each entry takes 5 seconds. How about we just look at the safe's code? Where? I bet the message on the safe is actually a hint to how we'll open it. Maybe we can finally find the number and use it in equipment here. It's worth a shot. Well, I mean, so far we're 0 for 2 when it comes to opening up safes. I was able to dissuade sheep and horse from more extreme plans. Instead, we started frantically using all the workout equipment. Sheep started turning on treadmills, and one of them had number 5 taped to the tread. Horse went around the weight-lifted machines and the starboard to various weight levels. At each level, he looked underneath the block he was lifting. Eventually, the method resulted in finding in the number 3. So 5 and 3, with more difficulty, I moved the manual. You move the manual weight over to the resting places, and under 1 was the number 5. So 5, 3, and 5. Finally, stretching out one of the ropes, turned a black smudge into the number 5. So 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, and 5. Right, 5 on the tread. Yep. 3, 5, and 5. Okay, that's gotta be okay. So then that only makes like 4 different combinations, and that's just a different variation of where the 3's go. 3, 5. That's 4 digits. The only problem is now the order to put them in. Maybe there's something about ascending a level of difficulty, or the order you should generally work out in. Horse, do you beep beep? I heard sound, so I'm assuming. I thought with 2 numbers it'd be more reasonable to just try all the combinations. It was 5, 5, 3, 5. Oh, okay then. I guess that makes sense. I was a little annoyed we didn't solve the puzzle properly, but Sheep was right to do that. Just brute force it. See, Sheep was much better than Rooster was. I like this pair more. Unfortunately, the snake. Rooster just kind of ruins his group. Muscle versus art. We did need to play along with Brian's game. Well, let's see what's in the bad boy. I reached in and found a blanket of white cloth. Looking closer, it had a string of numbers on it. Wrapped around the cloth came an explanation of what this was. Sheep's clothing, sheep minor trinket. Oh, sheep major trinket, okay. Activate this item and become a copy of a separate contestant. What? Oh, okay, so basically it's a disguise. This will replace your information with theirs. Oh, okay, and so basically... Ooh, that's unfortunate. Because it's not a minor trinket, but it's a major trinket. A one-time use. So basically, whoever uses this can replace their ability with someone else's. Not just their ability with the personalities, but they don't know about that yet. Okay. Oh, I just realized some plan that Dragon can take, because Dragon can just set themselves on fire if they've still got if every path has the same personalities. Dragon can just stay where they are by just repeatedly setting themselves on fire. Seems like it would be useful for the race, but it's not a minor trinket. No, it's not. Does that mean it was a failure of an exploration? I would say it's a success, because we still found something out of it. It's just not what we were looking for, and everything has a use. We just have to find out how it can be used. Not at all. We still found an item, and we crossed off a room to search. That in itself is a victory. We don't need a rush. Anyway, I think this item's going to have I don't think this item's going to have any application. Sheep, since you're my major trinket, I guess you can hold on to it. Okay. She nervously took hold of it. I mean, yeah, I'd use the same logic. It's hers, so she can hold on to it. The mood in the room was a bit sour. After all that work, we found something that didn't actually seem to be all that useful. Still, we couldn't give up hope. So what next? Well, actually, that actually took a lot of time we had in this round. Maybe we should put our moves and meet back at the cafeteria. That's a good idea. Fine. Sheep and I will go to a different room. You stay here and press the run button. We'll meet again in the cafeteria. Horse didn't suggest this so much as he ordered it. I think it's because Horse wants to look out for Sheep, and he is a bit suspicious of me because he did wake up with Sheep. So I can understand that. I need to stop trusting people, honestly, because obviously I trusted the person who killed us last time, and I even argued for their innocence. And so he just began walking outside the room. After a moment, Sheep began to follow him. Once they were gone, I pulled out my tablet and turned it on. There was no need to think much about my choice. I pressed run. Afterwards, I returned to the cafeteria. Horse and Sheep arrived shortly after. We were the first ones back. Horse took a seat by himself at the side of the room. Sheep, on the other hand, approached me. Mouse? Yeah, Sheep? We weren't able to find anything useful, were we? Objectively speaking, I guess not. If things keep going like that, people might get desperate. Maybe. So then, what do you think we can, do you think we can trust everyone? I mean, I want to, but she raised a good point. How do we approach other people? I'm going to, logically speaking, even though we know the truth, in this one I would say we'd have to trust other people. Because, like, I don't know if I would, if I was in the situation, I don't know if I would have faith as well. But telling people to have faith in others might help the situation, because if everyone gets suspicious of each other, then no one works together, and then so on. So I'm going to say to have faith. It may look bleak, but if we can't trust each other, then things will happen. We can't give up no matter what. Right, you're right. Thanks for the advice, Mouse. Don't mention it. Right as I said that, the others began walking into the cafeteria. Many of them were in low spirits. I couldn't find anything. No worries, Bunny. You tried your best. Me neither. We're doomed. Is this it? Don't worry, Pig. We've got other rounds. I thought I'd be at least be able to find one. Have no fear. Team Rooster has secured a mine trinket, the snake trinket. Really? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Looks like I wasn't the only one who found one of those things. Doug, you found a mine trinket too? I wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. Just simple. Okay, I'm assuming this is the same text again. Nope. Nice work, everyone. We're all on pace to getting out of here. We found an item, but it wasn't a mine trinket. It's going to be pretty useless to get us out. Do not get discouraged. You found something that Brian hid. That's progress, direct or not. Yeah, see? Monk gets it. Ox his throat. Yes, we're all certainly performing adequately. Oop, there we go, see? Who do I want to search with? I did Tiger and Dragon last time. Let's go Bunny and Dog. I like these two gentlemen. I decided I decided Bunny and Dog seem to be the safest people to explore with. Awesome, the more the merrier. So you're tagging along? Neat. Two of them seem to know what they were doing. Hopefully we'd be able to efficiently work together. I think we would. I feel like these two are... Dog's realistic, Bunny's optimistic, and obviously Mouse is whatever we choose to be. Let's not waste any time then. These mine trinkets aren't going to find themselves. Everyone same deal as last time. Before the end of the round, remember to input your move and meet back up here. Thanks for the reminder, Ox. We'll be able to listen. Should listen soon. Now, come on, team. Let's get what we're looking for. The group split off, and three of us began wandering the school. So, where do we want to look? Wherever you want. Well, I asked you first. Nice memory. Okay, what about Mouse? You have any ideas? Not in particular. Do you? I mean, if no one else has a preference, I think it'd be a nice place to poke around the third floor. Alright, then let's go there. Okay. Cool. See, well, it's pretty easy. Oof. I skipped that by accident. Without much resistance, we all made our way to the 3rd floor. Once there, we tried looking for a good room to check. Except Dog didn't look like he was looking too hard. I saw Dog singing absent-mindedly to himself. You have so many relationships in this life. Only 1 or 2 will last. You go through all the pain and strife, then you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah? Hi, Dog? Oh, so hold on to the ones you really care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. And when you get old and start losing your hair, you can tell me who will still care. Ba. Ba-da-ba. Doobity doo. Is this a Michael Jackson song? Bop doobidop ba doo bop doobidop ba doo bop. Yeah. What kind of song did I just listen to? Hey guys, I think there's something in there. Ooh, a lecture hall. When he calls me and Dog, pointed us to what appeared to be an open-air forum. I walked in and sure enough there was a safe sitting on the desk. I guess Brian didn't feel too much like hiding this one up. Something tells me finding the safe was not going to be that hard part. You're almost certainly right. Let us get this over with. Dog walked over to the safe and read the note on top, taped on top of it. I can't stand liars. So check the seats. Please find my deceitful students. That's all it says. So check the seats that are out, then, I'm assuming. I wonder what that could mean. Well, I guess I get the sinking feeling this is going to be more some sort of puzzle. Fortunately, I agree with you. Over here, the backs of the chairs are listed sheets of paper. They've got little statements and 2-digit numbers above them. I'm starting to see the picture here. The safe's 4-digit combination, so we're probably looking for 2 untruthful statements. How many chairs are there? A lot. Great. Well, no time to the present. Right, guys? Those are some words that you just didn't intend, Those are some words you didn't, Those are some words that you did indeed say in that order. Oh, what? There's no time like the present, right, guys? Let's get searching. I have no idea what Dog comes out with half the time. I know Dog's going with the cool guy attitude. He has that nailed down perfectly. I just can't read them apparently. I'm just not cool enough. We start looking on the backs of these chairs. However, I quickly noticed something weird. Am I wrong? All of these seem like lies. Yeah, you make a good point, Mouse. They're likely trying to say... They're just trying to say things that sound false but are actually true. How does that work? Look at this one. The devil offered me a deal to someone. Okay, how's that a lie? He would give me $200 bills, and then he'd make a statement. If the statement was false, then I'd give him back just as one of the $100 bills. If the statement was true, then I'd keep both of them. Obviously, I rejected this deal because it was horrible for me. That's just not correct, right? To start off, the devil doesn't exist, so we could say that's a lie from the start. So, Bunny's atheist, or he's not religious. You don't believe in the devil? Heretic. I mean, obviously, I believe in the devil could exist. I don't mean to. I don't care. Statement obviously is The statement's obviously not about whether or not the devil is real, it's about whether or not it's a good deal. And it's not. Why? At worst, you get to keep $100 bills. I mean, no, because there's no drawbacks to it, so it's obviously not good. There's an issue that we're not seeing. I mean, I know deals with the devil are always supposed to screw you over, but I don't see how that could be the case here. You're studying to be a lawyer. Boy, you have a long way to go. Excuse me? Well, you either give me one of those $100 bills, or you'll give me $1 million. Hold. I need to go back. Huh? The devil just have to say that. If you give me, if you give him one of the $100 bills, that statement's true. In that case, giving the $100 bill would be in violation of the contract. After all, if the statement's true, you have to keep both bills. But if you didn't give him one of those $100 bills, you'd have to give him one of the $100 bills, and nothing back around to be true. The only thing you could do without violating the contract is give the devil his $1 million, or whether the other condition is specified. I guess you're right. Okay, hold on. I get the thing, I just can't read it. Basically, nice sleuthing, dog. But hold on, that's just one thing. There's plenty of impossible statements. Look at this. The boys in my school are more likely to get detentions for getting caught making trouble from Monday to Thursday than girls. The boys in my school are more likely to get a detention for getting caught making trouble on Friday than girls. And yet, Monday through Friday, the girls are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble than the boys. That's a blatant contradiction. How's it a contradiction? If the boys are more likely to get detention for getting caught making trouble on any given day, how are the girls more likely to get detention? Probably because of the number of students and the ratio. Is that what the dog's going to bring up? It's just a matter of averages. Let's say Monday through Thursday, the odds of getting detention when caught are 95% for the boys and 90% for the girls. Teachers don't have time for kids are garbage. But Friday they're feeling more generous and the odds decrease by 15% for the boys and 10% for the girls. Now boys, they're rambunctious, and the idea that they almost out of the week will make them act out. They could get caught for trouble a lot on Fridays. Girls on the other hand, might not even in their troublemaking might be more. Hold on. On the other hand, girls on the other hand might be more even in their troublemaking, and therefore the majority of the time their caught ends up in the Monday through Thursday camp. If this was the case, then statistically speaking, girls are given detention upon being caught more often than boys, just because the majority of their cases happen in a period where detention is universally more likely. Simple. It's not that simple. You're starting to make me feel bad. Not my intention. Don't worry, dog. You're smarter than I am. I admit that much. Look, it's the same trick for all these puzzles. You can't buy in whatever the student's trying to say. If you look at just the facts written and not the story they're trying to tell, you're a lot less likely to make false assumptions. For the last riddle, it was never a contradiction. It just gave 3 facts. It's up to you to figure out what those facts actually mean. Man, you're really smart, dog. We're so lucky you decided to join us. Just drop it already. What? If the friendly face act is exhausting for me, then it's gotta be a pain for you. Oh man. That's a true statement. That's coming from the heart. So just don't. What are you talking about? I know about Bunny and his I know about Bunny from his boss, Chief of Police Bowen. What? Dog's ex-police, and he's drinking buddies with his old pal Bowen. Ah, okay. Ex-police and that is now currently a bartender. What's that about? Just couldn't handle the tough work, seeing through all the horrors it brought, so he turned to the ball. Got to the point where he couldn't keep working on the force. Said he opened up a place where he could see worse alcoholics than him and feel better about himself. Hey now, for all you know, I left because I didn't want to be complicit in a really bad show the force has become. Do you really expect me to buy that when you're still buddy-buddy with the Bowen? Guess you're right. Complicit? Long story, not worth the energy. And I don't know don't know what you think you know about me, dog. But I doubt you have anything to substantiate the fact that I'm faking anything. Of course, I got nothing substantial. But I know your record. From what I recall from my time in force, there aren't any cops like you who are authentically this people-pleasing. Okay, well, backstory time between Bunny and Dog. This also makes sense. If they... No, it was the next one. That's when the weapon locker should be revealed. So I wonder what Bunny and Dog were doing each on their times on the third round last time. Either way, I'll end it there. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.